Namaste. Hello. How are you this day? It's nice to have you with me. If you're new, I welcome you. I hope we get to become good friends. And if you've been with me for a while, I feel like we are old friends. I'm going to just talk a little bit today answering a question that somebody asked me a few weeks ago, which is, what is the most advantageous posture that you could share for men and for women? That's a very big question, because there are many, many thousands of postures. But I began to think about it. If I had to answer that question, really, what would it be? And what I came up with was rather unglamorous from the outside and isn't the most graceful or the most difficult in the physical sense, but probably is the most difficult in another sense, which is in using it in our life and living, which I think is the bottom line as far as I'm concerned about this program and these classes. How can I use what we talk about here in our life? Relaxation pose. I think that's probably the most difficult pose of all of Hatha Yoga. And learning to spot the fact that we have a difficult time letting go, releasing, surrendering tension. And sometimes the word tension itself sounds very negative. And I really don't mean to sound negative about tension, because tension's very creative in its own way. And there's a lot of tension in creativity, isn't there? I mean, every time I do this class, for instance, I always feel my mouth dries up a little bit, and I feel it in my stomach. But I've come to identify that with creative tension. And it's positive, it's good. It sort of holds me together at times. But when it gets to be something that makes a really big, knot in the stomach, acid in the body, the heartbeat faster in the breath, and all that happens when it becomes stress, then I think we've got to take a little bit of a look about the subject of tension, releasing it, learning how to relax. And every single class that we do together, I'll always try and end with relaxation. And sometimes it's, I have to squeeze it in, and I always feel very badly about that. But let's once again go over again the 3 steps of relaxation. And one is to focus your attention on that part of the body. Now, let's just try it while we're sitting up, all right? I hope you're private and no one's in your room and no one's going to bother you for the next half an hour. Close your eyes for a second and look at the inside of your face like it was a Halloween mask. Just look at the inside of your eyes, your cheeks, your mouth. That is focusing the attention, but with the eyes closed. So that's the first step. Now, squeeze the eyes and the mouth and just make a good prune face. Good prune face. Relax the shoulders, or let's bring the shoulders up under the ears so you can feel tension in the body. All right, now, release that. And with your inner suggestion, say, I'm going to release that tightness in my face, my shoulders, that I just felt. All right? The third step of relaxation is to feel a sensation which follows, that there is a feeling of muscles relaxing. And so those are the basic 3 steps of relaxation that we use in in every single class. And if you can learn to relax here, we can learn to relax out there. And spot when you get tight and uptight to a detrimental point for your physical and mental well-being. Oh, good. I'm glad I got to that today, because to me it's very, very important. As I said, it is the bottom line for this class. So, let's stand up, all right? Everybody, stand up if you're brand new today. These are nice, easy warm-ups. We would never really do anything too terribly difficult in this class, and I warn you if we're going to. All right, raise the arms above your head. So let's just kind of stretch out the day. No matter what time of day, are you 7 o'clock in the morning where you are, St. Louis? Are you 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Denver? Well, whatever time, let's just kind of stretch and reach and stretch. Just go for low apples at first. Pretend that they're kind of low. And reaching, and a little bit higher. Carefully stretching out, especially if it's the morning for you. I'm very stiff in the morning. And reach, and feel really good. Now let's out to the side, and out to the side, and out. And use your hands so you get the stretch. And I use the analogy of just reaching for an apple, but I want the hands to move too. Now, really out in the T position, reaching, and reaching, good, and reaching and stretching, good, and then down to the sides, down, and then in front of you. So you have a complete range of motion. Now, let's just sort of reach towards each other and pull, and reach towards me and pull in. So you have a full range of motion now in your shoulders. All right, let's shake out the hands. Okay, and circle with your shoulders, very easy. But getting the blood circulating to the shoulder area. The difference between gymnastics now and what we're doing here is your awareness. Right, you're focusing the attention on the shoulder area. Now let's bring the shoulders together and hold and release. A lot of the day's tension lodges there, right between the shoulder blades. Hold and release. Now let's do this with a breath. Inhale and exhale, just squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then release. Good. Hope that sort of begins to warm up the upper body. Now the chest and working with a complete breath. Just place your hands around your rib cage and relax your shoulders. Right, relax the shoulders and exhale the air through the nose. Inhale, breathing in, and I have the hands here so you can feel the lungs as they stretch sideways in and right underneath the collarbone, so you have lower, middle, and upper lungs being used. Hold, exhale slowly out and out. Make the exhalation slower than your inhalation. And now inhale, 1 and 2, mid-chest, upper chest, good. Hold comfortably, relax your shoulders, pull them down. Exhale, top of the lungs, middle part of the lungs, out and out, relaxing the abdomen. Make the mid part section of your lungs work and the upper chest. All right, let's do now. We're going to do a forward bend. All right, let's just do a forward bend from your standing position. Relax the arms. Bring your chin to your throat. Round the spine, and just slowly come down forward. And just let your arms relax, and don't watch here. All right, don't watch here. Just let your head relax, your cheeks relax, your shoulders, so you feel them. Remember what I said about feeling relaxation? Let your cheeks kind of flow over your eyes, and then rounding the spine, come up slowly. Keeping the head down. If there's any dizziness, of course, stop as you slowly come up and up and up. Right, again, bring the chin to your throat, round the spine, and come forward and forward. And now, if you will, place your hands in front of you. Right, so you sort of lean forward and go up in the points of your fingers. And we're going to stretch now the back of the legs. So just lift the heels off of your floor. Weight is on the pads of your hands, and then back down again. All right, let's rock up. Now bend your knees. Bend the knees and try and get your tailbone up to the ceiling so there's a rotation of your hips. Straighten your knees and heels to the floor. Now, a little bit harder. Hang in there with me. Lift the toes and the ball of the foot off of your floor. Lift them up. All right, now bend them so you release the stretch in the hamstrings. Bend your knees. I should say not bend them. Bend your knees. And straighten. And bend. Keep the toes up. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And heels to the floor. I heard a few groans then. Well, just try to hang in there with me. It does get easier. All right, now lift off of the heels, onto the heels, lift the toes, and rock up and back and up. Now, you can feel probably as you work with this that it does loosen up. Yes, it does, doesn't it? All right, now relax your hands in front of you, relax your head, your shoulders, and slowly stand into your standing position, up and up and up. And just doing the inverted poses, that's a little simple inverted pose, but just think, nice fresh supply of blood going to the lines of the face, the skin, the brain, waking one up. A squat balance. Now, I have to confess to you, this is not one of my favorite poses. In fact, if I could, I would never do it. But because I'm like that, I do say, okay, let's do something today you don't really like doing terribly much. One is because I always feel uncomfortable balancing on my feet. So will you just try this with me so that we can exchange? How do you find this comfortable to do this? Just come up as I did off the heels of your feet and balance on the ball of the foot. And watch that you're not on the outside of the foot. That's incorrect, all right? You're trying to weight evenly distributed over the ball of the foot and back down. Let's go up and back down. Now, if you lose your balance, and I'm talking, so it's hard for me to keep my balance, I focus my attention about 6 feet in front of me, and I keep it there. So that will help you to keep your balance. Then we're going to combine this whole thing into something called squat balance. All right, focus first. Remember, weight evenly distributed on feet, relax arms, and lift for your calves. Of course, this is too, down. Excellent for your feet. Strengthening the arches, and lift and down. And lift. And as you do it, you get stronger and a little bit more confident in it. Squat balance, then, is for the thighs, strengthening of the feet. Have your feet about 24 inches apart, so you can keep your balance as we go down into the squat. Now just watch. All right. A little snap and crackle you probably hear from my knees too. Arms straight out in front of you. I bend the knees like I'm sitting in a chair. All right, now I come off the heels of my feet, and slowly with the spine straight, I come down, keeping the spinal column straight, trying not to lean forward, and then up and back down. All right, let's try this with me. All right, raise the arms, help you to keep your balance. Try not to lean forward, just keeping yourself straight. Up on the ball of the feet, heels off, bend both knees, and slowly come down, and down, and down. Straight spine, don't lean forward, and up, and lift up, and back down again. The squat balance. Want to try it one more time with me? All right. I'm not sure you said yes or no for that, but let's try it one more time. All right, raise the arms up, lift the heels, and come down slowly, and slowly down, keeping the balance, straight spine, and come up, and lift, and back down again. All right, let's sit down. Legs now straight out in front of you. All right, just massage now the calves. If ever I ask you to do something like 3 times and the second time is enough for you, by all means stop, and the next time this class is, keep massaging the thighs, and the next time that the class is repeated, then join me on the third one. The lean back. The lean back is an exercise for strengthening the thighs, for toning the thighs, and it also has a building block in it of what? The pelvic tilt. So if you're new with me today, let's just review the pelvic tilt, all right? Just lie down on your back. Just review this here from the back position. Bend both knees and place the feet flat on the floor. Arch your spine just so you can feel this lower lumbar curve of the spine. Put your hand back there. And now tilt the pelvis by pressing the lower back right to your floor, tightening the buttock muscle and your abdominal muscle. So there's a downward thrust. Now arching the spine and tuck the pelvis. All right, tighten your buttock muscle. So you really, and when you tighten the buttock muscle, you tighten your sphincter muscle, you tighten the abdominal muscle, and the peritoneum wall, which is the crotch. All right, if I use the peritoneum wall, that's what it is. All right, come up to a sitting position. And let us do then the lean back. We'll go through different stages here. Now, how would you tuck the pelvis from this position? It's not difficult. You just do the same thing. Tighten the buttock muscle and thrust the pelvis forward. That's why some schools call it pelvic thrust. So if I do 3 or 4 different names, it's all the same. All right, just place the hands on your thighs, keep your spine straight, and bring the chin in towards your throat. And now tuck the pelvis and then release. Let's try that again. This is easier, just directly, not leaning back, but let's try. Tuck the pelvis, release. Tuck it under. It's like you're trying to get the tailbone right between the buttock muscle. Release. And tuck. Good. And release. Now, let's do the lean back and tuck the pelvis, and let's see how it feels. All right, lean back 2 inches and tuck the pelvis in this position, relaxing the shoulders. You can even round a bit the front part of your chest. And then release. And again, inhaling. Exhale, lean back 2 inches, rounding the front part of the chest, tightening the buttock muscle, and release. If you eliminated your pelvic tuck, you would have probably a lot of back strain. So if you feel slight cramping in your back, it means more strength, more work on the pelvic tilt and strengthening the abdominal muscle. Let's try it again. Knees apart, hands on top of the thighs. All right, tuck your pelvis for strength and lean back. Now lean back 2 inches, hold, and for my experienced students, just lean back a little bit more, tucking the pelvis, release, relax. So you can feel just that little exercise is very strong, isn't it? All right, let's come on to the knees again, and just place your left leg way out to the side. Nice stretch. Bring the arms now above your head. Good. And then place your left hand on top of your left knee. All right, now reach upwards and then exhale very slowly to your left. Just come to your point of stretch. Try not to lean forward, but just that point where you feel a nice stretch in the ribs. And reach up. And let's change. Bring both knees together. Switch to your right leg. And placing the right hand on top of your right knee, left arm above the head, and lift. Good. Exhale, stretching to the side, and lifting up, and back down again. I feel it's so important to work on this pelvic girdle, not only the front, the back, and doing our sit-up will always continue the strengthening process that I'm hoping you're finding from staying with the class and working with the class. Let's work now with your sit-back, with the pelvic tilt. If you're a beginner, this is a very safe way to start this exercise. Place the hands on the inside of the knees and round your spine. This is important. Remember, round your spine. All right, now, if you can face me, fine, but just don't crick your head. I always find myself doing that. Lean back to your balance point. That means you feel like you're just about to collapse. And tilt the pelvis from this position. Hold. Relax your shoulders. Hold. And then come up to your sitting position. And again, remember, if you're new, tilt the pelvis means that. Is that tightening the buttock muscle and abdominal muscle. Tilt the pelvis. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, round your back, go back to your balance point, and beginners, arms straight. Experienced students, arms, fingers to shoulders, and hold. And hold, tilt the pelvis, hold. Open up the elbows. If you're an experienced student, lift, close them, and then come up. Yes, sure, you can make an exercise like the sit-up easy, and you can make it more difficult just by moving your weight or moving the arms. Now you sit and just look at me, and we're going to relax now. We're going to train ourselves to just turn everything off for the next minute. Relax the shoulders, all right? Placing the hands on your knees or your lap if you're sitting with us. Just close your eyes for a second and let's take a few complete breaths. Exhale your air now out through the nostrils. Inhale, breathing in and in and in. Top to bottom. Good. Relax your shoulders. Exhale from the top of the lungs, middle, and down. Now, all stale air out. All smoke out of the lower lobes of the lungs. Those my smokers. All right, inhale. Breathe in now. Clean, fresh, pure air into your body. And on the exhalation, if you're a smoker, just visualize the grayness, the debris of the smoke, just leaving your lungs out and out and out and out. And as you're holding, know that your breath is a tranquilizer for your body. So in a sense, we are relaxing right now as we're sitting here and breathing. The hydrant is a pose that I would say is a more modern exercise for now, and it is one that to do yogically. You do it slowly with awareness, right? And you do a few more than you than perhaps you're normally used to, and then you stop. Come onto your hands, and I'm going to face you, and perhaps you can face me. Come onto the hands with your knees together in a table position. And this positioning now is important. You do not want to have the knees up close to your hands. You want to have your knees directly beneath your hips. So please check yourself. Don't check me and your set. Really look at your hands and its positioning. All right, now, the first part of the hydrant, so aptly named, is first let's lift the leg back behind us, lifting the leg back. Good. Keeping the knees straight and the chin just gently lift. No strain, keep the neck free and soft. Now, bend your right knee. All right, now, and I'm looking at my right knee. I'm looking at my right knee so that the foot is not too high and the foot is not too low. All right, now, this is the first part of the hydrant. All right, now, let's just circle with your thigh. Circle, circle, and circle. This gets a full range of motion within the hips and in the other direction. I know it's a little tough, but just try to do the best you can with it. We'll only do about 6. And that's the first part of the warm-up. And just sit now on your heels, and we'll rest the back because sometimes the back squeezes up, and just reach with your hands. Just place your forehead on the floor and reach. And reach. Now come back to your table position. Don't be discouraged now in this first part, especially if you haven't done it before. It is not, it isn't easy. All right, lift now. Stretch your back left leg and lift. And lift. Good. This is toning for the buttock and the back of the thigh as you lift. Now bend your left knee, all right? And watch now that the foot doesn't go up, that is parallel to your floor. And let's circle, circle, circle 6 times. Circle and circle. Other direction. And lift. And lift. Do the best you can with it. And lift. And lift. Good. And now both knees together and sit on the heels. How is that? All right, let's take a complete breath, and we'll do one more part to that. Exhaling out. Inhaling, breathing in and in and in. Exhale out, tiredness out. Good. Now we'll do the same. Come back onto the hands, knees. Lift now the back right leg as you lift. Bend the right knee and extend that heel. Flatten the foot. By this, that's a heel extension. All right? Now, that's it. That's the heel extend. Now lift the knee and extend your right leg out. Extend it out and down to the floor and up, back up behind you, knees together. Left leg now back behind you, lift. Bend the left knee. Flex the left foot, and now extend the heel. Extend. Good. Down to the floor. Lift. Back up. Both knees together. A lot of pieces to that puzzle. All right, legs straight out in front of you. And we'll do a forward bend now, just placing the left foot high on the inside of your right thigh. Bring the arms above your head. Lift. Good. And exhale. Stretch forward, and we'll hold. Relax the back of the knees if you'd like. If you're a more experienced student, straighten the knees. And more limber, elbows are coming more to the floor. And relax your head. We'll just hold the position. We'll learn to relax in the position. My hands around the back of the feet, but you can have them here at your ankles or your calves. Let's just relax your shoulders and try that hip rotation here. You're trying to, get the tailbone up more to the ceiling. So you keep the natural curves of your spine in this very simple forward bend, just holding. Now stretch your arms to either side of your feet and lift. Good. Lift and back down. And let's change. Right foot in the inside of the left thigh. Bend the back of the knee if you wish to. Otherwise, if you're with me a while, straight knee. Raise the arms above the head, lift. Good. And exhale, stretch forward. Now, calf you can hold on to, ankle, more limber, back of the toes, extending the heels so you get a very good stretch in the back of the legs. But don't force. Don't be like me. Be like yourself. That's the most important for you, is to find out your limits and just gently push on them. Inhaling Exhaling. Now just lift the abdominal muscle up and just press it on the thigh. Or if you're not too close, just learn to relax in the position. Bend the knee if you'd like. Keep breathing. And then arms on either side of the foot and lift. Good. And then down to the side. All right, now with the ankles crossed, bring the hands behind you and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arch the spine, head back. Exhale, round the spine, and then relax. All right, class, let's just lie down, please, in your sponge position, and we'll go through, just briefly, the 3 steps of relaxation. Focusing, pull your shoulders down from your ears, focus on your arms, suggest the arms to relax, feel the arms, the legs, just like the body just melts into your floor like a warm pat of butter. And then into your face, focusing. Suggest, feel the face relax. Feel the sensation, dear friend. Keep it with you. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.